So this is a quick test video on a hike. I did a bike ride earlier. Just want to kind of see how it works. Normally I'd be biking this, but today thought I'd just do a hike for lunch since I don't have my bike here. We're not going to get sunny conditions, but there's some detail in the clouds, so that should give some idea of how stitching at the apex is going to be working. Earlier today on my test, I had problems keeping the horizon level, even with just stabilization or follow me into the stabilization option. So I should be able to turn this sideways or upside down when I play it back later. And if I can't, that means I have not found the right setting. Okay, Garmin, stop recording. So one thing I want to check. This records a map while it's doing the video. I'd like to see if I have 6 clips I record during one session when I don't turn it off. If it keeps a continuous track and records videos at specific parts of it, or if each video has its own short track. It'd be nice if it was combined, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to do something else here. Earlier I turned it sideways and upside down. Right now I'm going to walk forwards. If I turn the camera 90 degrees clockwise, depending upon which setting I have, it'll either keep facing the trail or it'll follow the direction that I point it. And then there's the third option where it keeps a compass heading. So now I'm going to turn it back straight. Okay, Garmin, stop recording. So I have, there's 2 lens modes. There's a close, near, and far, which affects how it stitches the 2 lenses. I have it set for far, which is what you generally use unless you're in a car or a building. But I want to see how it does under the tree cover, which is close, and see what happens to the stitching for that. Alrighty, we will turn this off once we get a view of downtown, and I'll turn it back on near the top. Okay, Garmin, there's the Basalt Cap Loop Trail. So I'm going to take that a bit so we can look over towards North Table Mountain, but I'm not going to go down that side. I'm going to go back. There's the trail. So we're going to go this way for a bit. So for reference, downtown to the left. So last year I rode this a lot just at lunch, kind of for training, and I'd take this trail in front of the direction I'm looking. And then that would eventually go down on the trail you see below there. There's a trailhead by that neighborhood, and then I'd turn around and come back. So that was kind of a short ride. But it was nice. It had a lot of climbing and some technical elements to it. Okay, I'm going to keep going this way. Okay, Garmin, stop. So now we're kind of at the corner of South Table Mountain. So in front of where I'm at is North Table Mountain. And yeah, so you can see more of the trail. It zigzags around, and then there's a way that goes to the left and goes around the bottom, and then over towards the trail. Now it's pretty nice, cool, breezy. Yeah, there are lots of things I've actually never seen a little bit there. So when it's sunny, they could be out laying around. Probably not any around here today, but I'll still keep an eye out for them. So it's hard to tell. The battery's less than halfway there. Recording time's been probably 5 or 10 minutes. No, but I've been out about 40 minutes since the camera's been on. And it's been about 1 3/4 miles. So we are coming back on Enroll from a slightly different direction. The building closest to us is the ESIF, Energy Systems Integration Facility, with the labs in the back. And then further away is the office portion. You can see the visitor center on the left. And the next building over towards the right is the RSF, or the Research Support Facility. And then the big building way off past that is the garage. So it's awkward to hold the camera up like the Statue of Liberty, but I don't want it right in front of my face either. Off to the side like this seems nice. You can see in front and behind me that way, and pretty well to both sides. I guess maybe a little bit forward, so you can see to my left as well. There's always a hole that I'm blocking some portion of the view, unless it's above me. But I don't feel like wearing it on my head unless I'm biking. We're going to join where we started. You can see downtown again. So part of me when I use this wants to completely ignore what direction I'm pointing, but I know there's a bad area where the seam is on the side. So if I'm wanting to point to campus, doing this might work better than having it exactly at the seam. So there's a little bit of thought, I think, to how it's aimed. You know, I also don't want to, it can handle turning sideways in theory, or rotate it different ways, but if I bounce it up and down, swing it in circles, right, that's still going to make people throw up. So I'm sorry for that, but I had to test it. So, I was disappointed at first. I didn't see any wildlife, but there's a deer hanging out there. It's got some small antlers. Hi. He's looking at me to see if I'm going to leave. I'll leave him alone. The jogger in front of me just pointed out there's a rattlesnake here, so I'm going to stop talking and listen. See if there's anyone coming behind me. So she was kind of pointing near the sign, a little bit off to the left, I think. Oh, there it is, right in the middle of the trail. Okay. I'm going to stay back here for a bit, and then I'll walk around. But the trick with walking around is, right, you're walking in areas that there could be stuff as well. So I am very far away, Anne. After I think about it a minute, I will come up with a good way around. It's hard to see there, but it is there. And it is a rattlesnake. So I'm going to carefully look where I walk and go around it, listening for other rattlesnakes. I'm going to not go on the trail right past it. I'm going to give it a lot more space. And I'm going to look where I'm walking and listen. And we have passed the rattlesnake. It's pretty well hidden, though. If you weren't paying attention, you could really catch it by surprise. There was a jogger went by before me. I think he was agitated from that. And she didn't know he was there until she saw him.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. Well, I look carefully where I went, you know, because that's like I don't want to step on another snake or something else, avoiding that one. Yeah, so he's curled up. He's about halfway between us, distance-wise.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's moving a little bit.
Now.
I think he's annoyed with us,
Yeah.
which is good. I thought, you know, it's funny. I've never seen him up here as much as I'm around.
You know, I've seen, I don't know, I've probably probably ridden up this a couple hundred times, and you know, over 10 years or whatever, and I've only seen like 4 of them.
Yeah, some people seem to have seen a lot, and others don't. It could, I mean, yeah, and it's not sunny today, so I thought that when I look for them, it's always when it's sunny and hot.
Right, right.
All right, I'll let you pass me here, then I'll walk down.
Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, he's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, he's all poised, looking at me.
Yeah, it's like, if you want a quiet spot, Snake, this is not the spot. Got all this area around us. So my battery's blinking on empty. It's been about an hour and 10 minutes that the camera's been on, and I probably recorded 13 or 14 minutes. Just wanted to see the camera around the building a little closer instead of just trees. It's a little harder to hide mistakes on a building where the seams are. So I just wanted to have a quick video clip in a building. I believe I 17 meter, not that far. As far as the battery, pretty soon after I came in the building after I last clipped, the battery died then. So if I'm going on a longer hike, definitely want to keep it off and just turn it on and do that switch. While the voice thing is neat, keep it on standby for extended periods of time. Definitely still uses the battery. So I ended up with 15 to 20 minutes recording time, but an hour and 20 minutes of actual camera on time.